Right around August 1st, 2024, Toro released their new 900 CFM 60 volt blower. This sucker is powerful and it's currently available at all your dealers. You should probably see it sitting on their shelves. This blower is their flex force system. So it does take their same 60 volt flex force batteries. You can switch them in between different models of Toro 60 volt flex force outdoor power equipment tools. This is kind of a Havoc version in my opinion, because if you look at any of their Havoc version zero turns, they're all black. This is a different color. It's black. It's got some cool reds to it. I'll bring you in later and show you it. It just is, to me, an amazing design. 900 CFM, 169 mile an hour winds. Now those are both up to, and it comes in at 12 pounds. So to me, when I look at this, I think, wow, that's the same power in CFMs as a Steel 800X or a BR 800X at half the weight. And that's a backpack blower that's 80 cc's. So we're talking about major power. Now the Steel is going to be 912 CFM that I believe. I'm going off my memory here. Also the Steel is going to push wind at 239 miles an hour. This is going to be 169. So the difference is going to be significant in the speed of the air coming out, but it is still very powerful. You do have a nozzle at the end that's going to reduce the size of the tip. This guy here might be where they're actually getting that difference in wind speed, because if we make the tip smaller, that's going to make the air move faster, and there we go. This could be where they're getting the 169. The book doesn't give me that information. Let's do a quick walk around on this guy. First, it's going to come without the front tip installed. Very easy to put it on, take it off. Inside, we have some noise dampening. This thing is not very loud at all. Slide that on. That button is easy to push. Variable speed trigger on this is absolutely amazing. It's going to pick up very slow. That's where they're getting the 120-minute runtime. You want to keep this guy very, very slow like that. It'll run forever. But as we go up, that's the full trigger range. Now anywhere in this trigger, if we push the turbo button, the turbo will turn on, and then to turn the turbo off, we either have to let the trigger down or push the turbo button again. So here's that. We'll do it at a low speed so you can hear it. So that I push the turbo button, it comes off. Here is going to be high, then turbo. So not crazy loud, but it is loud. It's pushing a lot of air out the end. We have the cruise control here, and you can see it does push itself back just in high, not even on turbo, which I think again is pretty impressive. If we look at the side, this is pretty cool. It's not carbon fiber, but it gives you a carbon fiber type look in the plastic, which is kind of neat. Bottom is very standard. Now the back to me is interesting because we are sucking all this air through right past the battery, and it's going to help cool this battery down. So I like that kind of engineering in here. And again, we can put any battery back here, but this amount of power is going to heat up this battery, and the battery does have different ways of getting air through it, and I think that's going to help keep this a little bit cooler as we very quickly discharge this battery. Taking a look at the new 12-pound blower and putting it up next to the much lighter standard blower, there's a lot of differences in how it's designed, and there's a huge feeling of quality, in my opinion, difference, as the 900 CFM model does not feel crunchy anywhere. The comfort grip feels a little bit better. As I grab onto probably what I would call the first gen model, it feels like it moves around in your hands a little bit. Of course, this guy's old and well used, but I feel like the design is a lot better. When we look at the tips, fairly close, not exactly. But as far as the design goes, we were sucking air in the sides on this model and not past the battery slightly, and then it pushed it out. Here's something that is really different. We're just going to turn this guy on. That's standard. Push the button for turbo. Now listen to this guy. I'm going to back up. Big difference in kind of how they have their noise levels, and that's probably due to the fan and how much CFM we're pushing out. The big difference to me is the turbo button as you click it on and click it off. That's nice if you're going to run on high all the time. Sometimes I guess I've complained about having to push the turbo button and I just put it in the trigger. Just let me have the trigger, don't give me a button or anything like that. In this case, I'm complaining about something that I think is kind of the opposite. Why make me push it twice? But if you're gonna use it on high all the time, push it, keep it on, let it rip. So it makes sense. It's just different than what's out there. And again, anything different or anything changed sometimes comes off could be a negative. I don't really think it is. It's just, again, something else to get used to, and I think long-term, it'll be more enjoyable. The model number on this is 51827, and it comes with the 4 amp hour battery included. Runtime on this is all over the board, depending on where that trigger or turbo button is at. With the turbo button on, you are eating energy at a turbo-like fashion, as you can imagine. You're gonna get somewhere around 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes and 10 seconds per amp hour running on turbo. So that means that we were almost to 9 minutes on high, totally depleting this battery on turbo. Don't run this on turbo if you want this to last a very long time. Now, it's a big difference if we drop down to just high, which is just the trigger. Then we were able to get upwards of 12.5 to 13 minutes, which is much nicer. Still a ton of power coming out the end. Not quite the same power as the Steel 800, as it kind of alludes to, but still very good power for a handheld unit. My guess here, this is going to be awesome for homeowners who are going to really want to get some serious air moving in their driveway, in their garage. This is not, in my opinion, a leaf blower yet. Runtime is going to be what's going to stop it. If you have a very small yard, if you're just pushing some leaves off your driveway or doing something like that, this is awesome. If you're taking care of a full yard and need to blow a ton of leaves, it's going to leave you raking while you charge this battery up for 45 to an hour and 20 minutes and then go back out to blowing. So this is great for those small jobs, especially if you're going to be in the half trigger area. And if you think about it, if you can stay in that 400 to 600 CFMs, you can use this for upwards of 20 to 25 minutes, which is way more than enough time because this is somewhat heavy and it needs to be because it also has a lot of power that is going to push on the end. So your wrist is going to thank you when you put it down due to the amount of power. Think about it, most of these units with this high of CFM are backpack models which remove that force from your wrist. Just how it goes. If this was light with a 2.5 amp hour battery or anything less, it's going to be way too much on your arm, in my opinion, for most people, and you wouldn't enjoy it as much. So the weight that's here is actually a blessing. Enjoy it. Don't complain about the weight because any less starts to get hard on different muscles that you're not used to using. Overall, love it. Really do. It's got its uses. It's not going to do, everything a backpack blower is going to do, especially a gas one. It's going to last you for hours and hours if you're taking care of a yard. But it works for those small jobs that you need a lot of power in, that you don't want to pull out a backpack blower for, and it gives you different handles. For example, getting in behind bushes, you can use this forward handle and forward grip to get in, go around in by houses, just clean things out. It has weird grips like that, but it works out in different areas. Even if you're holding it up, trying to get something around eaves or anything like that in a roof, it just works. It's, again, different than what might be out there on the market, but it works. So if you're in the Toro Flex Force line with the 60 volt battery, or even if you're not and you're just wanting to pick this up, I think it's a decent deal for what's out there. They're coming along with other equipment that's in this Flex Force line, and I think that they're doing a good job at coming out with good quality stuff. So I'll leave some links in the description as to where you can pick this up. Ace Hardware has a lot of this. If your Ace sells Toro, I guess I say that, my Ace does, not every Ace has them. Great place to pick different things up. Check it out, links in the description. As always, I appreciate your time. Look forward to your comments on this guy. I'm sure there's going to be quite a few, and I enjoy reading them. Give us a like in this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks again. Have a great day.